Now I would request His Excellency Mr. Kon Debaransi, Honorable former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, to address the gathering.
Good evening, my dear friends from Thailand, from India. It's such a great pleasure for me to be standing in front of you again. I use the word again because myself and the IAS, Mr. Varinder Singh, have conducted this kind of gathering so many times in the past 3 years. We have been to Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, the 5 major cities. And as I was talking to him earlier this evening, we have not even started to function this evening yet. We have already agreed about the next destination. I believe that we will go back to Delhi because there are some people in that city wishing to arrange for me to meet Mr. Rahul Gandhi in Delhi. So it will be another good occasion to cement the relationship between Thailand and India after October of 2003, when I represented the government of Thailand, inaugurated the free trade agreement with the government of India, October 2003. It all started in March of 2003 as the Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, and I was given the assignment to enhance a closer bilateral relationship between our two nations. And FTA was on the agenda. I went to India many times between March and October of that year to be sure that the FTA to be concluded successfully, mutually satisfactory, before October 18th of 2003. And I tell you why October 18th. Because it was a part of the policy of the Royal Thai government of that year, trying to portray to the world beholders that Thailand was ready, willing, and able to be the economic hub in this part of the world. As all of us were striving forward in this world of high competitiveness, we must show to the world that Thailand is ready for that globalization era. A world that has no more tariff barrier, a world that will have to depend on your ability to compete to be able to be successful, a world that knowledge is the leading factor of your endeavor. And Thailand was honored to be the host of what is known as the APEC Summit on October 18th, 2003. And I was the chairman of that organizing committee. APEC, Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, including United States, Russia, China, Japan, Korea, Canada, Peru, Mexico, and all these Pacific Rim countries. All 21 of them, all 21 leaders of those nations came to Thailand on October 18th, 2003. And as a part of the national administration of that year, in charge of foreign affairs, the government of Thailand decided we must show to the world that we are willing, able, and ready to be the investment hub of this part of the world. How are we going to do that? And that's why I said earlier, once we decided on that policy, I went to India. If my friends looking at the geographical location of Thailand, we locate right in between 1.2 billion of India and 1.4 billion of China. We are right in the middle. How are we going to capitalize on that particular geographical advantage? And the answer came in the form of bilateral FTA. The ever-growing economy of China, the ever-expanding economy of India, and the very position of Thailand sitting right here, looking at the growth of India, looking at the growth of China, and then what? That was the question that was very challenging to our policy planner in 2003. I was assigned to be in charge of what we call the India theater. Another deputy prime minister was in charge of the China theater. And both of us were given the deadline, the assignment, that FTA of China, between Thailand and China, FTA between Thailand and India must be signed and sealed before the arrival of the 21 leaders of the APEC community. The Chinese-Thailand FTA was signed in June of 2003. The FTA Thailand and India was signed 8 days before October 18th. We made it with a very kind, auspicious gesture extended to us by your former Prime Minister, Mr. Vajpayee. I went to invite him in Delhi. Considering that India is 1.2 billion and Thailand is only 64 million, who are we to go and extend the official invitation for the Prime Minister of India to come and sign the FTA agreement in Bangkok? Your Excellency, would you please be kind enough to come to Bangkok to sign the agreement? I still remember this was the question I put forward to your former Prime Minister. A very kind gentleman, very kind. And I was told by the protocol director of the Prime Minister Office of India that I had about 30 minutes with him. Mr. Gon, if you want to convince him, you have to do it within a time frame of 30 minutes, because the Prime Minister of India, of course, had 2,000 other appointments after my appointment. But believe it or not, I sat with him for an hour and a half. And you know why? He would not give me the answer right off after I asked him that first question. But he was kind enough to tell me that, Mr. Gon, I understand that you are interested in India. You are interested in Buddhism. You are interested in Lord Buddha. You are interested in Hinduism. I said, Your Excellency, you have done a lot of homework. Yes, I'm very interested in those subjects. Not only interested, I'm very seriously interested in those subjects. So he started telling me about the official name of the Prime Minister residence. And he said it's called Panchavati. He told me that. And he said, Panchavati, because in the course of my study of Buddhism, Panchavakhi, the 5 persons who first learned the Buddha's sermon, we call it Panchavakhi. I don't know what you call that. Kumbra said, you know, Panchavati and Panchavakhi, what is the difference? The same? Why don't we pronounce it Panchavakhi, Panchavati? Different?
Actually, when we learn Sanskrit, for a Thai pronunciation will be a bit different.
What is Panchavati? And the Prime Minister of India walked with me to outside of his residence to show me the 5 trees. He said, these are Panchavati, the 5 trees. That is the official name of the Prime Minister's residence of India. After we walked inside, we sat down and had a drink, and you know what he said? Mr. Gon, I accept your invitation. I will come to Bangkok to sign the agreement. That was the biggest moment of my life. And that's how it all started, my friends. Since 2003 until now, 8 years, I have been back and forth in India so many times. Varinda and myself, I have said, in the past 3 years, we have organized this IES dinner and IES award presentation with so many companies in those 5 major cities of India. But I have one thing to confess. There is one city which I want again and again to visit, but have not been able to do so. I wanted to go to Shillong, Meghalaya. We have a lady from that city here this evening. Because, you know why? Because 3 years ago, our princess went to Assam, Meghalaya, Shillong, and she met Thai people in that city. And the princess came back here, she told me that, Gon, if you go to India, go to that area. You're going to meet some of your own people up there. So I start studying about this. I don't know what you call that in your country, but I simply call them Thai. In China, they call it Thai, T-A-I. In Thailand, we call it Thai, like me. 1,000 years ago, there were 2 groups of Thai people, 2 groups. One of them went west to is now known as Assam, Meghalaya, Shillong, that area. The other group came east along the Mekong River to is now known as Chiang Rai, Thailand. The origin of this tribe is now known as Sipsong Panna, or Yunnan, the southern Yunnan of China. Same language, same culture, same tradition, same food. I understand that some of the Thai people in Meghalaya and Assam and Shillong even celebrate the New Year in the 2nd week of April. My friends, that's what we observe here. The Thai New Year is not January 1st. The Thai New Year is April 14th. I don't know whether that's still being observed and practiced in that part of India. Nevertheless, I have been asking Varinda more than 10 times, please take me to that part of your country. Because the princess came back and said, we didn't have to speak Hindi, we didn't have to speak English, we didn't have to speak Thai. We speak their language, we were able to understand. And I would be very happy to bring some of my people from the northern part of Thailand today to come to that part of India. And I'm sure that they will be able to understand each other. It's the same language that is being used in the southern Yunnan and now the northern Thailand and the northeastern part of India. And so, having said that, I would also wish to relate to you this evening economic and business opportunities between Thailand and India. After having spent 20 years of my life sitting as a member of the cabinet of Thailand, having held responsibilities as Minister of Industry, Minister of Public Health, Minister of Science Technology, Minister of Tourism, Minister of Sports, and Minister of Energy. 6 portfolios. I have already conducted my role as one of the policy maker of this country, and 3 times as Deputy Prime Minister, covering a time span of 20 years. My friends, the ever-growing, expanding economy of India is one thing that I will not let that slip by. We just have to be a part of that growth. We, that is Thailand and India, just like what Doctor just said earlier. For your information, sir, 12 years ago. I was Minister of Public Health. And I was the first Minister of Thailand that launched the SPA program, the health SPA, SPA for health. And also I launched the health tourism. I did not use the word medical tourism. I used the word health tourism because a lot of people that come to Thailand, they're not ill, they're not sick, but they come on the health tourism package for their annual checkup, for their whatever, which we include Thai traditional massage into that spa menu. All of this was launched about 12 and 13 years ago. That has grown worldwide ever since. And we are very proud today that the 4 leading private hospitals of Thailand are the front runners in this field on the world map. Not only Asia, not only anywhere, but on the world map. Bamrung Rat, Bangkok Hospital, Samithivet Hospital, Payathai Hospital. These 4 groups are the leading key players in the health tourism package of Thailand. And I'm very proud that I launched that 13 years ago. The other real possibilities that we can do business together. I've been to India. I have been approached so many times by, what do you call it? State minister. What do you call state minister?
State Minister.
State minister? Chief minister.
Chief Minister.
Chief minister, yes. Who have so many construction projects, infrastructure. And they would want Thai contractors to conduct those, especially the elevated expressway, especially the underground for the subway. And I'm happy to say that right now, the number 1 construction contractors of Thailand is now diligently working in so many projects in India right now under the name of Italian Thai, ITD. I'm sure that you must have heard of that. Italian Thai Development, ITD. Second company that go with Italian Thai is Siam Cement Group. And Siam Cement Group are a complete line of construction materials. Italian Thai, ITD need construction materials. Siam Cement Group provide construction materials. They work together in every major cities around India now. The second sector, which is also growing very rapidly in India since 2003, because I went in 2003 with the owner of this company, which is one of the biggest automotive parts manufacturer in Thailand, the Summit Group. Thai Summit went on the same flight with me when we launched that FTA in 2003. And now I believe that Thai Summit Auto Parts is one of the major contributors to parts and components to the ultimate assembling of Indian automotive industry. The other one that has also attracted a lot of Thai interest is the ever-expanding sector of housing projects. The urbanization, the ever-expanding of major cities of India to cater to the new generation's way of living, to cater to the new generations of human behavior. Believe it or not, in the next 10 years, India will be the first country of the world that have highest population of citizens around the age of 35. No other country on this planet have that many population. And we have to ask ourselves, what do the people at the age of 35, what do they earn money from, and how do they spend their money? They earn money from IT, they earn money from this new kind of electronics. And where do they spend those money? Automobile, condominiums, electronics, mobile phones. So we will have to be ready to cater to those needs of the new generations of India. All of these that I have listed out to you, what does it mean? It means opportunities. That the private sectors of India and the private sector of Thailand can work together hands in hands. I would be very happy to assist you in every way to connect you with a proper partnership in Thailand. Having said that, I'm very happy to say that I have also assigned a person who is, I believe, most suitable to be my secretary of the IES Thailand, and who is here with us this evening. He can speak your language, he can speak English, he can speak Thai. His father is now working in an office as a part of the Thai embassy in Delhi. I'm very happy to introduce to you this evening Mr. Prasert Piyasachades, please. He can speak Hindi, and his Indian name is Pritam Sachadev, right? Do I pronounce it correctly?
Yes.
Pritam. Pritam is Sachadev. And your Thai name is Prasert. His father has an office in Delhi as a coordinating office in trying to connect Indian businessmen with a proper Thai businessman. And that is the key. Because, you know, it's a part of our culture, my friends, in this part of the world. In Asia, India, Thailand, China, Pacific Rim in Asia, this culture dominates the success of business. You know what culture? Know who is more important than know how. I think you must agree with me. If you have the know-how, you wait for me outside. If you have the know-who, you come and sit with me inside. If you don't like it, that's not my problem. But it's a part of our culture in this part of the country. I have seen it many times. As I would like also to say that I have been the president of Thailand Chinese Friendship Association, which was established in 1975. We just celebrated last year the 35th anniversary Thailand and China diplomatic relations. Because in 1975, on July 1st, I was secretary to the foreign minister. And the foreign minister of Thailand concluded the first bilateral diplomatic relationship between Thailand and China in Beijing. I was there 35 years ago. And that's why when that foreign minister, who later on elevated up to become the Prime Minister of Thailand, and I become Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, unfortunately he has since passed away. Both the government of Thailand and government of China have decided to nominate me up to become the president, which I am right now. I could also use that capacity to come and work with all of you here, which will lead to my next subject. When you think of Thailand, if you wish to do business with Thailand, do not stop the parameter of your thinking to the boundary of Thailand. I have repeatedly said many times, if you think of Thailand, you have to say Thailand plus. Thailand plus ASEAN, Thailand plus China. Because we are right here as a springboard to ASEAN, which all of us in ASEAN 10 nations, we all have free trade agreement. ASEAN have also a free trade agreement with China. And Thailand is the only country that has free trade agreement bilateral with India. And so, when you think of Thailand plus ASEAN, Thailand plus China. Using Thailand as a springboard, using Thailand as a manufacturing platform. And we go to ASEAN together. We go to China together. This is a very big opportunity. If you could capitalize on this particular advantage, I'm sure that your products, your technology will find a much wider horizon with that parameter of China and ASEAN available right in front of you. Thailand, as you know, is the number one in the world. I can say proudly that number one of the world in rice export is Thailand. Number one of the world in rubber export is Thailand. Number one of the world in pineapple export is Thailand. Tapioca export, shrimp export. But all of these revenue generated from these exports are still less than revenue from tourism. And I have asked, after spending many years as a Minister of Tourism, I have asked those visitors, I would greet them at the airport, I would greet him in the lobby of many hotels in Bangkok. I would simply walk up to them and ask, "Sir, where are you from? Germany, England, United States, wherever. Thank you. I'm a Minister of Tourism of Thailand. May I ask you one question?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Please tell me, why did you decide to come to Thailand? Why? Of all the beautiful places around the world, why Thailand?" You know what they said? "Mr. Minister, the human factor is the reason why I'm here. The Thai people, they have so, what we call the service-minded people, and they are always ready to greet us with their smile." So smile was the answer. And that has been known as the motto for the country of Thailand, is the land of smiles. So if you come to Thailand, you don't smile, you will feel left out. For this particular story, I tell you a true story. In October of 2003, I was Deputy Prime Minister sitting next to then the President Putin from Russia, who never smiled. Never smiled. And the Prime Minister of Thailand sitting across the table, he was said, "Deputy Prime Minister Gon, try to make the President of Russia smile. In every possible way, please try." You know what I did? I said, "Your Excellency, you are now in Thailand." And he looked at me. He said, "You know that? You're now in Thailand, Your Excellency?" She said, "Yes." "Don't you know that Thailand is known as the land of smile?" He said, "Yes." And so I said, "And so, you are now in Thailand." And he didn't smile, he started laughing. And he went around telling his wife in Russian, I couldn't understand. And she started laughing. And the Prime Minister of Thailand said to me, "Mr. Gon, mission accomplished." You were able to catch the President of Russia laughing and smiling. Just because that very sentence, "Your Excellency, you are now in the land of smile. Please do something about it." And that was something that I would say has a certain kind of magical power that attracts 18 million people visiting Thailand every year. And I would like to say that we still have so many destinations, palaces, and many beautiful places to offer you. But the most precious element of the success of Thailand tourism is the Thai people. The human factor is the bottom line of our success. And so, having exposed to you these possibilities, I'm very happy again to be a part of this IES gathering, and we'll look forward to our next stop. Mr. Veranda has already asked me, knowing that I'm the president of Thailand-China Friendship Association, asked me to take IES to Shanghai. I think before we go to Shanghai, let's go to Delhi one more time, because I want to meet Mr. Rahul Gandhi before we go to Shanghai. My friends, thank you very much for bearing with me with my presentation. And I'm very happy to introduce to you another colleague of mine who is also working very closely with the president of IES, who unfortunately is not able to be with us this evening, Mr. Sachin, who is now in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Yes, and the operation of his office in Bangkok is now he's here with us. May I introduce Mr. Kevin? Please stand up, please. Mr. Kevin. Mr. Kevin worked for a company that has the COO and CEO of the company as Mr. Sachin, who is Indian, and he's now in Mumbai. And so, I would also like to know that if any of you wishing to connect with any Thai entity in business, please, in the course of our being here again for the next 2 or 3 hours, do not, I repeat, do not hesitate to come and tell me how you want the connection to be. I will be able to connect you with a suitable partner, allowing you to pursue your business endeavor in Thailand under that framework of so many FTAs that are now working in your favor. And please keep in mind that Thailand is only your closest neighbor. You fly from the eastern part of India about 2 or 3 hours, very close. And there are so many flights. And so having said that, please make use of the time of us being together this evening to the maximum benefit for your future endeavor with Thailand. And don't forget, when you are in Thailand, the land of smiles, please do something about it. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we have reached the second leg.